everyone, good afternoon. Today I'm going to talk to you about booking a restaurant. Okay, so I'm just going to wait until you guys are all here before I continue. Okay, it's saying I'm live, but I'm not sure. I'll just wait for a little bit until the counter gets up there. No counter. Am I live? Maybe not. Maybe my connection is very slow. Just gonna put on my cardigan. What's up with this? Let me see my settings. I'm on. That is super weird. It's not showing if I'm live or not, so I'll just wait. Let me see on my computer if I can see myself live. Oh, I am live. Okay, there are 2 viewers. Okay, sorry about that, guys. It's telling me that it's not giving me a counter, so sorry about that. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about booking a restaurant. Yeah. To some people, this seems so simple, but if you get it wrong, it can ruin someone's day. Okay, especially if it's a really special dining event. For example, your client is treating your client is treating a client to a dinner, or someone visited their company and they want to treat them for some nice dinner. So make sure that you get all the information right, and this is organized properly. Okay, forgive me for fixing my hair. Okay. Hi, Miss Mimi. Okay, it's already Tuesday. Guys, this is my 10th live. This is our 10th task. So I hope that I'm able to give you value through these lives. This is the 10th one. So, can you guess what are the important things that you need to know if you're booking a restaurant? Yan. Just post them in the comment section. Okay, yan. Mimi said hello. Hi, Mimi. Okay. It might take a while, but obviously you would need to know how many people will be going. Okay, because that will be your basis of where you're going to book it. For example, if it's just a group of 5, it's easy to find a restaurant for that. Oh, Miss Mimi, the menu and the promos. That's a good one. Yeah. Okay, that's right. You would take that into consideration if your client is more on the penny pinching side. Okay, kung matipid sila, they always want to, save on costs. Okay. Otherwise, if they're more of, they want to impress someone like a client, or they want to treat a supplier, or they have a relative coming over, then maybe they would want something nice. Maybe a budget is not a concern for them. Accessibility, yes, that's right, Mimi. Accessibility too, especially for example if they're someone who needs access to a wheelchair platform, or if they have a baby with them, they need a high chair, things like that. Yeah. At least, of course, in other countries, when we say accessibility, it concerns people with disability. Okay, but for us normal people, when we say accessibility, we just mean to say, is it easy to get to? Is there a parking lot? Can you commute to it? Things like that. Is it easy to find? Yan. Thank you, Mimi, for participating. Yan. So, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, you'd need to know how big the group is. Kasi, for example, they want you to book a restaurant, but it's for the entire department. For example, there's going to be 20 of them. Then they probably will need more than just a table. Maybe they want to have a function room, so you have to take that into consideration. Okay, so you have to find out what is the time that they want to have it. Like some restaurants, they say, okay, you're booking for 7 o'clock, but what time do you want the food to be ready? Do you want it to be ready by 7:20 or 7:15? things like that. So you have to be specific, okay? Especially, for example, if there's a meeting going on beforehand, then you have to know what time the food has to be ready for your group if you're ordering beforehand, okay? The next thing is when it's going to be. Is it going to be a weekday or a weekend? Because some restaurants are open on certain days and some are closed, okay? And then the location. Does it have to be somewhere that's just, I don't know, 15 minutes from your workplace? Or are they happy to travel for 30 minutes, 1 hour just to get to that very special restaurant? So you can you check those things as well. And then, like Mimi said, the type of food. Is there a specific cuisine that they want, or a specific cuisine that they want to avoid? Okay, for example, some people don't like spicy food, so you might want to stay away from Indian food because it would be difficult for them to find, you know, food there that would be easy for them to like. Okay, so you might want to go to the safe ones. Maybe they want, okay, we just want barbecues, then you go for that. Or we're thinking of something like Japanese. So yeah, so you ask them if there are certain or cuisines that they prefer or want to stay away from. And then is the cost a concern? Like, for example, how much is the budget per person? If it's a department dinner, how much is the budget for the entire department? Yeah, just so that it's easier for you to pick the places, okay? And then is there a time limit? Some restaurants, especially if it's some restaurants, they say, okay, we're open just from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. and then we close. Okay, some restaurants are they start opening in the evening, and then sometimes they say, okay, you can have the table for 1.5 hours. After that, we have to clear it. You have to go out. There are some restaurants like that, so you have to find out those things. Once you've determined that, the other thing is, do they have parking space? Just like as Mimi mentioned earlier, how accessible is it? Hi, Regina! Good afternoon! Thank you for commenting. Thank you for greeting. We're talking about booking a restaurant. Tama-tama, gutom na ako. What did you guys have for lunch? I cooked molo soup for lunch for my family. What did you guys have for lunch? Yeah, and Tuesday lunch. What was it for you? Did you have lunch at home? Did you have lunch at the office? Did you order? Did you cook? Is it packed lunch? Yan. Kahit na replay yung mapanood nyo, share them here. We're all foodies, I think. Yan. Okay. Is it someone's birthday? Did your neighbor give you food? I always love free food. So that's what. And then is there a special arrangement that you need the restaurant to set up for you? For example, is it a Christmas party dinner? Okay. Do you need a microphone? Do you need a stage? Adobo, Regina. Oh my gosh. So yummy. Okay. Wow. Sarap. Okay, so yeah. So are there special arrangements? Is there someone's birthday? Do you want them to have a cake ready after they've done the main course? What else? Do you want the waiters to sing? What other special arrangements? Is there a presentation that's going to happen while dinner's happening? Or do you need to bring alcohol? You need to organize that as well kasi baka may corkage. So, once you've sorted that, you've booked it, make sure that you pay it, double check the time and the date. Because the worst thing that you want to happen is that you got the date wrong. I've seen in a documentary before, I think they're YouTube vloggers. They went to Thailand to just to eat in this restaurant because it's a Michelin star restaurant. So they flew all the way, and then they found out when they already fell in line, or I think when they called, they're already in that place. They're already in Thailand. They're from the West. They were already in Thailand, and then they were told, no, your booking is for this date. And when they checked their booking confirmation, they really did get the date wrong. So make sure that you get the date right, the time right, because sometimes it's a depending on the country. For example, the British system for calendars is they do the day first, then the month, then the year. Okay, so make sure that you don't mix it up. For example, if it's September 6, you won't put 9/6 9/21, because that would mean it's June 9 2021. Okay, if you want to say September 6, it has to be 9 slash, sorry, it has to be 6/9/21. Okay, day first, then month. Okay, so just double check. In the US, it's the same with us. Okay, month first, then date, then year. Yeah, so it doesn't hurt to double check if you got the date right, because you always can call the restaurant and say, oh, sorry, I made a mistake. This is actually the date when I have to book this dinner. Okay, whether it's for a small size or a big size. Okay, once you confirm the booking, share it with your client. Make sure that you've briefed them on what's happening. And then what I do is I always call the restaurant the day before or on the day of the event or the dinner or lunch, whatever it is, just to make sure that, okay, our booking is there, so that when my client gets there, they're not like, oh my gosh, our booking is not here. My virtual assistant was responsible for this and we don't have a table. So that's the worst thing that that can happen, and you don't want that to happen to you. So what I do is I call them just to check that the booking is there, because it's happened to me before. I checked days before the dinner. When I called, the restaurant staff were not organized. When I called, even if it's emailed to them, it's not on their list, on the list that the people at the door hold. So I had to call them and said, they told me it's not here. I said, okay, I'm going to resend you the booking. Please check it and then please add it to your list. So those things can happen. So just to make sure that the communication is clear, call them up and ask them, is my booking for this date and this date for this person there? And make sure also that you use the right name for booking the table, the reservation name, so that when the party arrives, the group arrives, they'll know, okay, could you please tell me, I'm here for the booking for X, the name. Okay, so that the person in the reception would know where to direct them to and find their name on the list. Because if you put your name there and you're not going to be among the diners, then your name won't be there. They might be rejected. So make sure to put the name of your client or whoever is going to that actual dinner. Okie dokie. So that's those are my tips. You would usually encounter this if you're dealing with C-suite executives as well as entrepreneurs. Okay, but for me, I do this almost all the time as an executive assistant. So the key is to have a good system in place. Make sure that you have the information correct. You tell you book the correct dates, times, and you communicate the confirmed booking to your client. And then you double check. You call the restaurant before your client gets there. All right. So I hope that was helpful. This is our 10th episode. So I'll be back tomorrow, hump day, Wednesday, middle of the week. So I hope you'll be around to watch out for it. That's it. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow. Bye.